So it was like the perfect city, the perfect job, everything. Pune is a beautiful city, and the food is also awesome. People, it's a little bit more conservative, but in general, they are like the new generations from Pune, they are open-minded, but I think the old people are still like very conservative. In Pune, only IT people or young people, they are gonna speak English. So, and the rest of the people from Pune, they will speak Marathi, not even Hindi, Marathi. So it was like a big challenge to understand how the things are working, like especially if while I was going to like a local market, it was very difficult to understand what they are selling, right? Because in local markets, there is nothing written. Everything is like you just see the vegetables, you take it, and they will tell you the numbers in Marathi. So for me, it was very difficult. The thing is like when you go to a local market as a foreigner and you ask, what is the price for this? They will tell you 1,000 rupees, right? But if a local guy asks the same question, what is the price for this item? He will get it for 100 rupees. So that's why we found this tax that you put to foreigners in local markets. So when you greet in India to old people, you have to go down and you have to touch their feet, right?
Right.
For me, till today, still it costs me, it's very difficult for me.
Bienvenidos a otro episodio, otra charla interesante de mi canal de YouTube Español por Dentro. Bueno, sobre todo, muchísimas gracias a mi público por seguir siguiéndome, por seguir viendo este canal, las charlas, los vídeos que pongo. Así que muchísimas gracias. Estamos acercando a número de entrevista 100. Estamos todavía en cola y bueno, y les agradezco mucho a todos mis seguidores por todo el amor con el que han seguido este canal. Así que muchas gracias. Y otra vez estoy muy ilusionado de tener conmigo una invitada muy, muy especial para la charla de hoy. Para la charla de hoy tengo una amiga mexicana, Ana Laura Alfaro. Muchas gracias, Ana, por estar aquí.
Ay, gracias a ti, Sid, por la invitación. Un gusto.
Bueno, pues el gusto y el placer es nuestro, Ana, porque tú estás aquí para contar sobre tu vida, tu tiempo aquí en la India. Sí. Ana Laura Alfaro ha vivido en India por cierto tiempo, por razones principalmente del trabajo. Y el objetivo de este canal es hablar con gente, hablar sobre la cultura no solo de América Latina o de España, sino también la cultura india a través de los españoles o los latinoamericanos. Y uno de los objetivos de este canal, claro, es fortalecer las relaciones bilaterales entre India y América Latina o India y España. Y creo que un diálogo, una conversación, palabras juegan un rol muy importante en fortalecer esta relación. Y hoy está aquí con nosotros Ana Laura Alfaro para hablar de su experiencia de vivir en la India. Espero que os resulte muy interesante escucharla y para que este episodio llegue a a un público más variado, yo voy a hacer esta charla en inglés. Así que Ana and we are going to speak in English so that this interview reaches out to more and more people get to know, especially Indians in India who may not be aware of the Latin culture or how India is viewed by Latin Americans. I think this would be a good exercise to do. So, thank you so much, Anna, for being here. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Like very excited to share my point of view about India and also my experience.
Fantastic. Yes. More than you, I'm excited to hear about your experience
Mhm.
in India, Anna. So, firstly, tell me, Anna, which years were you in India?
So everything started in 2018. I got a call from a school in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
They were searching for a Spanish teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So I accept the offer, and it was the beginning of my journey in India, no? So it was perfect for me. Uh, because my boyfriend at that time, now he's my husband, um, Prasanna at that time, he was working also in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the perfect city, the perfect job, everything. Pune is a beautiful city, and the food is also awesome. People, it's a little bit more conservative, but in general, they are like the new generations from Pune, they are open-minded, but I
Mm-hmm.
think the old people are still like very conservative. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, the life in Pune is very calm. It's very bright. The mornings, like it was like a good moment.
Wow,
So I was in
fantastic.
Pune for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, great. So when talking about Pune, what are the things that what were the main challenges that you encountered, Anna, upon arriving in India? And I guess when you arrived in India, you went straight to Pune. Am I right?
Yes, exactly. So the first challenge or the biggest challenge for me was the language. Because in Pune, only IT people or young people, they are going to speak English. So, and the rest of the people from Pune, they will speak Marathi, not even
Mm-hmm.
Hindi, Marathi. So it was like a big challenge to understand how the things are working, like especially if while I was going to like a local market, it was very difficult to understand what they are selling, right? Because in local markets, there is nothing written. Everything is like you just see the vegetables, you take it, and they will tell you the numbers in Marathi. So for me, it was very difficult. So local markets in the beginning, they were not an option. I used to go to the malls and I used to go to like big supermarkets like Reliance, Nature's Baskets, when where everything is written and you are able to see the price.
Fantastic. So did you speak a little bit of Marathi? Did you pick it up a bit while you were there in Pune?
No, no, actually no, because my husband was there, so
Mm-hmm.
he was very protective. Like the thing is, like when you go to a local market as a foreigner and you ask what is the price for this, they will tell you 1,000 rupees, right? But if a local guy asks the same question, what is the price for this item, he will get it for 100 rupees. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we found this tax that you put to foreigners in
Mm-hmm.
local markets. So that's why my husband was doing all these like begging or negotiation, like with the pricing, no?
Right, right, right.
And I'm not used to like actually I was feeling very uncomfortable like asking for reduce the price. Like in Latin America, this doesn't exist. So I was feeling extremely uncomfortable every time that my husband used to ask like for lesser price. For I don't know, let's say we are gonna buy like a lehenga or like a sari, no? And my husband is like, no, I will give you 500. I was like, yeah, it's fine. Just give whatever he asks, no? He was like, no, no, no. They always put the price higher because they expect this negotiation. And we feel like both of the parts, we are like having like a big deal, no? And for me, it was very uncomfortable. It was like a difficult situation. So I will put this as second scenario, like try to understand the prices also.
Right, right. So, just wanted to understand. You said that in Latin America this doesn't exist. So, the bargaining is not something that exists in Latin America. You don't bargain there over there.
No, we don't do that actually. It's not culturally. If you do that, you will look bad because you will feel or people will see you as you don't have money. That's why you cannot afford the item.
Okay, okay, interesting. That's quite
Mm.
interesting. Yeah, but
So
over here,
you go to local market in Latin America or in Mexico specifically. You go, they will all tell you the price. You pay and you take it and you go. Right? You there is no option of try to negotiate the price. No, it's not like
okay.
that.
Wow,
Hmm.
very fantastic. It's like over here in India, it's considered as a matter of pride as almost
Mm-hmm.
like that. If you're able to bargain, if you're able to
Uh-huh.
bargain, you looked upon as someone who's quite street smart and who knows how to get things done. So it's taken in
Exactly.
that way. So it's very
It's
different
like a
from.
challenge. In India, it's like a challenge, right?
Yeah, that's true. It is a challenge,
Mhm.
and I mean, it's something that we take it upon ourselves to really show to the seller that I also am here. I'm not a fool. So
Yes.
it's like that.
For
It's
me, it
it's
was difficult.
it was difficult. Yeah. Okay. Great. Fantastic. So that's what the motive of this interview with you, Anna, is like you get to tell us what are the things that you found so difficult, which for us comes very naturally. So that is
Mm.
something that is the motive of this. So great. So moving on, Anna, the next question is like you talked about your boyfriend who is now your husband. So tell us a little bit about him. What's his name and how did you meet him?
So my husband, his name is Prasanna.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Actually, his father is from Karnataka, but his mom is from Mumbai.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he speaks both of the language, like Kannada and Marathi.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2018, he came to Mexico on a business trip
Mm-hmm.
because my husband is in the IT sector. So there are many Indian companies in Guadalajara. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a city in Mexico. And he came here in Mexico because of his job, no?
Mm-hmm.
And we met because he was struggling. I saw him like he was trying to talk in English in like a mobile company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was trying like to ask for a service, like I need like a SIM card, this is not working.
Mm-hmm.
But people in Mexico, they don't speak English. English is not like official language here. So
Right.
population in Mexico that speaks English is very less. So I saw him, he was struggling, so I became his translator. And because of that, because I helped him to sort his issue with the SIM card in Mexico, he told me like, "Oh, I will invite you for a dinner, no, like, as a payback." Then when we went for a dinner, the chit chatting started there. Like we continued talking on WhatsApp, and then I became his tourist guide in Guadalajara. I took him to many places, and I brought him like to different beaches, like swimming pools. So that's how we connected, no?
Wow.
And when his time got over in Mexico, exactly at that moment is when I got the offer to get like a job in Pune.
Oh, fantastic. That's
So this
great.
is the time when I believe in God's plan in destiny because everything was matching in exactly time.
Mm. Wow. Wow. That's great. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, that's fantastic. And what were the main, cultural challenges, Anna, that you faced? Of course, you talked about language and not being able to bargain with vegetable vendors there. So, what other cultural challenges that you faced in Pune or other cities that you traveled?
Um, Clothing, like for example, I remember one day we decided we're just gonna go to like a Lakshmi Street that
Mhm.
is in Pune. It's like a local big market, no? So, as a normal Latin American lady, I was wearing shorts, t-shirts, like a cap, and sneakers, like tennis shoes, no? Like
Mhm.
normal outfit in Latin America. I saw a temple and I told my husband, "Oh, they have like a big Ganesha. I want to go and I want to see how it looks like from inside the temple." While I was trying to enter the temple, they told me, "Oh no, miss, oh ma'am, you are not allowed to go inside because you are wearing shorts."
Mhm.
So then I realized like, oh, my dressing sense is different, right?
Right, right,
Mm. So then I understood like, okay, like next time I have to come to a temple, I have to wear like kurta or trousers, like
right,
more conservative clothes, no?
right. Yeah, I mean, yes, clothing is an important aspect of religious places in India.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So, clothing. Anything else that comes to your mind, which you face as a challenge culturally?
Mm, well, there are many. Like for example, when you greet in India to all people, you
Mm-hmm.
have to go down and you have to touch their feet,
You're
right?
right.
For me, till today, still it costs me, it's very difficult for me like to do this like how can I say, like greeting, no? You need to show respect to all people. But for me, I don't like to touch their feet. Like for me, it's kind of like a disgusting thing to do. And it's like a cultural fight because it's like my husband is saying it's just nothing. You just have to go down and touch, no? And for me, like going down, it's like a signal of like I'm inferior or I'm losing myself and I'm doing like a reverence to you, right? So it's like a cultural fight that I'm still working on that because maybe for you as an Indian, you grew up like that, no? You have to go down, touch the feet, and nothing else. Like that's it. You get the blessings from your auntie, your uncle, and move on. But for me, it's like, why do I have to do that? Like, I don't want their blessings. Like, they are not God for me. Why do I need their blessings? So it's like a cultural question, right?
I think, yeah, I mean, it's something that that's quite interesting. Your viewpoint on this, and yeah, it's. I guess it's just a cultural thing, as you said. So yeah, it's very different. Yeah, very different. It's just the point of view and the way you think about things is different. So yeah, fantastic, fantastic, Anna. And I mean, if more such things come to your mind during this interview, please do share because that's the main motive of this interview that we get to hear you talk a little bit more about what kind of cultural challenges, differences you faced. So I guess as we move on, and I ask you different questions, Anna, please do feel to answer this one if anything else comes to your mind as well. Okay, great. So talking about we talked about the cultural differences. So okay, what kind of similarities did you find between India and Mexico or Latin America in general? Any similarities that you could talk about?
Yeah, many. Like I see Indians are very family oriented,
Mm-hmm.
and Mexicans, we are also family oriented. Like we do respect like our grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Like we still are in touch with cousins, like uncles, like brothers and sisters. Like family, it's a main key or
Mm-hmm.
main pillar in our life, right? For
Mm-hmm.
both of the cultures, like Mexico and India also.
Mm-hmm.
And also like food items, there are many food items that are similar. Like in Mexico, we have arroz con leche,
Mm-hmm.
but in India is oh, I forgot the
Kheer. Yeah.
kheer. Yes,
Yeah.
kheer. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Right.
and also roti, it's kind of similar to tortilla in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
food items are kind of the same. Like papat in
Mhm.
Mexico, we have tostada.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's not like a little bit like it's not that we are like two different worlds, right?
True. True. Okay. So when you talk about tostada, are you because papad in India, it's not bread. Papad is something different, right? It's
Papat
not
is
bread.
like a crispy, So
Crispy. Yeah.
tostada, it's also like a crispy thing,
Okay. Okay.
crispy snack,
And it's not bread. Yeah.
No, it's not bread. No.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting. Because normally we in Spanish language we say tostada for a toast. That is a bread toast. But
Yeah,
I guess
you're
the
talking
Mexican.
the Spanish from Spain.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
Mexican Spanish tostada, it's completely like a papat.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. So, yeah. Anything else? Any other similarities that you could think of?
Um, I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it will
Okay.
come to my mind like
Sure.
in the next question.
Sure. So, my next two questions are probably something that maybe partly you would have already answered in your previous responses. So, those are basically what did you like most about India, and what is it that you did not like about India. So anything more that you can add to these two?
Yeah, there are many things that I miss from India that now I'm
Yeah.
in Mexico.
Okay.
Like, for example, we used to go out in Bangalore
Mm-hmm.
and we used to know all the neighbors, no? We used to talk with them, good morning. Especially my pregnancy was in Bangalore, no? So
Mm-hmm.
all the neighbors, they used to come and they used to give me ladus, they used to bring some chocolates, they used to tell me like how you're feeling today, how you're doing today. So you get like a love from all the neighborhood, and that I miss them. Like we make like really good friends in Bangalore and also in Pune,
Mm-hmm.
and we miss them. Like you will think because I'm a foreigner, I will have like best friends or Latinas best friend in Bangalore. Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
But my really close friends, like they were like local people, if you wanna call them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Indians are very friendly. They are always like
Mm-hmm.
very attentive. Like, I remember the question they used to ask me, like, did you have lunch?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yes, I did. Why? And later on, with the years and with the experience, I got to know that that is kind of like a similarity of asking, how are you? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That everybody will ask you like, did you have lunch? Have you eaten? And yes, like later on I understand like, yeah, it's related. Like if you had food, your tummy is like satiated, then you feel happy, right? So it's
Yeah.
kind of like asking like, how are you? How is everything? And I like it. Like I understood that part of the culture, no?
Interesting, interesting. Yeah.
Mm.
So did you have lunch? Is like a one way of sort of starting a conversation, or basically just telling the other person that okay, you care for the person, or you want to just
Mm-hmm.
ensure that you're feeling well. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Um, anything else that you liked or probably disliked?
Yeah, like we were in Bangalore, no? So
Yeah,
everybody in Bangalore.
I'm sorry to
Mhm.
interrupt you. You
Yes,
talked
yes.
about Bangalore now, so could you tell when did you shift from Pune to Bangalore?
So we stay in Pune like 1 year and a half or 2 years, and then my
Okay.
husband got relocated to Bangalore because of his job.
Mm-hmm.
And in Bangalore, I met like a different India, no? Bangalore is like a very fast city.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, everybody or most of the persons, most of the people work in IT sector.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is rushing. There is a lot of traffic, and there is a lot of chaos in the morning because everybody needs to go and work. But in the
Right.
evenings and in the nights when everybody is back home, it's like a good vibe in the city. I was living
Mm.
in Koramangala,
Ah,
and
okay, Koramangala.
all the places were like very nice restaurants, very good nightlife, and like a lot of coffee shops also. So
So,
it
so,
was good.
hmm, wow. So, could you tell a little bit about difference of living in Pune and living in Bangalore? Were there differences in terms of the people, in terms of culture?
In terms of people in Bangalore, 90% of the people that now are living in Bangalore, they are from out or other states or other countries, right?
Right.
So that makes like a Bangalore like a very open-minded
Mm-hmm.
city. It's like very multicultural
Mm-hmm.
city also, because you can be from Kolkata, you can be from Mumbai, this guy is gonna be from Punjab, but they are together, they are friends because
Right.
IT sector is like that. It's taking
Right.
people from everywhere, no?
Right.
And as a foreigner, that makes my life easier
Mm-hmm.
because not everybody will speak Hindi. So in IT sector, everybody will speak English.
Right. Right. Right.
So for me, it was easier to make friends
Mm-hmm.
because they were very comfortable speaking English, and also like younger people are more easygoing, open-minded, right?
Right. 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 Interesting.
So and Koramangala, it's a beautiful neighborhood. Koramangala and Indiranagar are beautiful like areas to live and to stay.
Mm.
And you will find foreigners, you will find local people, and you will also find like families like us, like mixed families, right?
Right,
There
right.
are a lot of mixed families. Like we used to have uh, three to four couples that are Latina plus Indian, and they were having
Wow.
children also. Hmm.
Wow. Nice. Nice. Fantastic. So, any other thing that you sort of really disliked or hated about India?
Yeah, there was one issue with my in front neighbor.
Hmm.
She was kind of religious, and in India, it's common to see rats in the street, right? And she used to put rice outside her house to feed the rats. And I was very pissed off. Like, I'm trying to have or to maintain to keep my house clean, and you're giving food to rats. Like, what
Hmm.
is this, no? And then she told me, like, oh, sorry, but rats are the vehicle of Ganesha, so I need to also treat them as a guest in my house. Then I understood this is a cultural difference. I will not argue anymore. I respect your decision. I will just try to maintain, like, keep my line, no?
Right.
And just
Right.
like that. Because when there is like a cultural difference, nobody is correct or incorrect. Like, we have two different point of views.
Yeah.
For my perspective, you are incorrect because you are attracting rats. For her perspective, she's attracting like a god or like a good fortune because she's maintaining the god's vehicle, right? So we have two different perspectives, two different ideas, and in order to be in a good neighborhood, we have to put like a line, no? So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understood that. When I was
Interesting.
in India, I understood like I cannot impose or I cannot force my ideas into somebody else
Right. Right.
because
Right.
maybe my ideas are also incorrect. It's just like, okay, I respect you think different. I also think different. Let's
Mm.
don't take that issue. Like,
Mm.
let's just
Right.
ignore that, no?
Right, right, right. Okay.
Mm.
So, coming towards the end of this fascinating chat with you, Anna, my next question is, what would you like to tell your Latin American friends so that they come to India? And you can probably answer this in Spanish so that they can understand it even better.
Bueno, mi primer consejo que les doy a todos los latinos que van a India es que tienen que viajar con presupuesto. O sea, no esperen hospedarse en un hostal o en un hotel súper barato de $1, porque obviamente su experiencia o la parte de India que van a conocer es muy diferente. O sea, India tiene excelentes hoteles, siempre y cuando uno llegue con presupuesto. O sea, no esperes irte de mochilazo a India. India no es para irte de mochilazo, India es para viajar con presupuesto, pagar tours, conocer, tener un guía turístico. Hay guías turísticos en Nueva Delhi muy buenos que hablan español.
Mm.
Entonces, a India hay que venir con dinero y con ahorros para irse que al Taj Mahal, que a la reserva de los elefantes, que a Goa. O sea, uno necesita llegar con ahorros. Y yo creo que el primer error de los latinos es decir, ah, bueno, India, pues la comida es barata, me voy así como con $100. O sea, pues no. O sea, al final no. Para tener una muy buena experiencia en India hay que invertirle. Ese sería mi primer consejo. Y el segundo es que si se meten a LinkedIn, van a encontrar todos los servicios, o sea, desde chofer bilingüe, traductores, guías turísticas bilingües. O sea, la verdad es que en India sí se habla español. Hay gente muy capacitada, y tú los debes de conocer, que se dedican a esta rama de turismo y que te pueden dar una India en español perfectamente. ¿Y por qué la aconsejo en español? Porque en tu lengua materna vas a entender muchísimo más o se te va a quedar más grabado toda la información y toda esta historia que te van a dar de India sobre los reyes que hubo, o sea, toda esta historia y sobre todo de cómo India logró su libertad, que uno aprende yendo a los palacios, yendo a los templos, yendo a la casa de Gandhi, o sea, cosas así que valen mucho la pena pagar un guía turístico en español.
Bueno, muy bien. Let me just translate what Anna has said. So, two things that she said that the Latin Americans should definitely take care of. One is to come to India with money, because a lot of the times the stay is not that cheap, the food is not that cheap. So, to have a very good quality of your time in India, you should come with a lot of money. So, and India is not a place for backpackers. So, do come with a good budget in your hand. So that's the first thing that she mentioned. And of course, the second thing that she mentioned was about I think okay, I forgot. Can you just tell me a little bit, Anna?
Yes, so the second one was like if you are planning to come to India, you can just search on LinkedIn for
Yeah,
good
right, right.
translator,
Yes, yes.
good tourist guides that
Yeah,
are bilingual, good drivers also that are
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
bilinguals. Because in this way, you are gonna know the history of India in your own language, like
Right,
Spanish.
right,
So you will understand more, you will learn more, you will keep in mind like more details, and
right.
you need, in order to experience a country, you need to learn about their history,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that's why my suggestion is like come with a good budget to India and you will enjoy. Like that is a big difference.
Right, right. Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Anna. And we would like to end this interview, Anna, with you telling us some of your favorite Hindi words. So, could you tell a bit of the Hindi that you learned?
So now with my son, he likes these he likes to say like Chandra Mama, no? And I like
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Chandra Mama.
Chanda Mama. We say in
Uh-huh.
Hindi more like Chanda Mama. Chandra is of course Chand,
The
but
moon.
we say
Uh-huh.
Chanda Mama. Yeah, the moon. Yeah.
Yeah, when he sings, no, Chandra Mama. So for me, it was like a shock because moon in Spanish is female, or
Ah,
it's feminine. Uh-huh.
right.
So that's why I understood, no. And which other word I like? I like Shukriya. I like
Hmm.
Namaskar, and all the food items, of course.
Okay. Which is your favorite
Like
food?
alo.
Yeah, aloo. Okay. And which is your favorite food dish in India that you liked?
Um, Depends. In Mumbai, I like kirki vada pav,
Okay. Vada paos. Okay.
and in Bangalore, I like idli and paper masala dosa.
Paper masala dosa, fantastic.
Hmm.
Great. So Anna, we wish that you come back to India sometime and enjoy your time again. And we wish that, bueno, pues a través de esta charla, espero que los latinoamericanos que nos estén escuchando por Spotify o nos estén viendo por YouTube que se animen a venir a la India, ¿no? Que India es un país
Ujú.
muy bonito. Claro, tiene problemas, como ha dicho Ana, pero ¿qué país no tiene problemas, no? Así que,
Exacto,
así
sí,
que
exactamente.
Así que hay que, bueno, venir aquí. One has to come here.
Sí,
So, great. Thank you so much, Anna, for you know, your precious time and giving us your insight into what it was to live as a Mexican in India. Something that for Indians, it's very important to know how we are viewed by others, so that we can get better. So, thank you so much. Y muchas gracias a mi público por ver. Espero que os haya gustado esta charla en inglés y por favor no olviden de suscribirse a este canal y para ver más vídeos, más contenido interesante. Hasta el siguiente capítulo de Español por Dentro. Chao.
bye.